I got involved with the group 1122 really organically. I've known Ben for a long time. We've all kind of known each other for a long time.
This worship community started kind of happening. It was a little bit dry at first, and I just really wanted something that was passionate, and that we didn't hold back in our relationship with the Lord at all, but we tried to blend it in a sound that made it palatable for all kinds of different people. And then the music became this soundtrack of the momentum of what we felt like God was doing with this small group of people. And then it just started growing and growing and growing, and now we're almost 4 years into it, and we're just seeing life change right before our eyes. People are just exploding in their relationship with the Lord. The Reason is our second album. When we decided to do this album, I knew we wanted to do songs that were relative to Mackenzie's story. She was a 15-year-old girl living out her life differently than the people around her. She had been along the journey with 1122, and she just crossed the line and made a commitment to the Lord. That was in July. In August 17th, she had a rare brain disease and passed away. There was this shockwave that went through the 1122 community. People started doing things in the city that kind of went along with who Mackenzie was. And so we started writing songs that brought a lot of healing, especially to her family.
We started writing in December 2010. All of this sort of culminating and coming to fruition from Mackenzie's passing, and writing songs like The Reason and I Belong to You, and picking some of her favorite songs too that she's made notes of in her Bible. The inspiration really comes from our lives are really to be for His glory. And then there's the other side of The Reason, which when I go to you, God, and I tell you that I'm angry, when I tell you I think you're wrong, you still love me. Here's Mackenzie's family, the Wilsons. Everything looks like it's going in the right direction. Their daughter has just given her heart to the Lord, and then she's gone. And I could only think, I put myself in their shoes, how frustrated they must have been. But at the same time, knowing that God is okay with you being frustrated with them sometimes.
A year later, we released The Reason, and she was a lot of the reason. She just inspired people around her to care for others. It was this inner strength that just drew people to her, and then she was able to motivate people towards a cause. We want to rescue these kids because they don't have the same opportunities that we do. A lot of them don't have families. Anytime we get sick, we just go to the pharmacy or we just go to the doctor, and even if we can't pay for it, we'll find medicine. In Uganda, you walk 20 miles and can't find a doctor.
When people listen to The Reason, I'd really like them to be brought back to a place of worship and a place of honesty and sincerity, that place where we wrote a lot of these songs from.
Without pain, you can't experience joy. We as people, and our relationships are broken, our families are broken, our workplace is broken, and the only place to find life, the only place to find happiness and joy is found in Jesus. He is hope. He is joy. Get involved in the heartbeat of 1122 and this last album, The Reason. And get involved. If we can build that orphanage and get those kids sponsored, and that we could actually live out the gospel, that would be success. All the proceeds from the album, The Reason, go straight to Uganda, where we're finishing a boys' home there. We've already built a girls' home. We're going to start in Uganda, and we're going to go as far as we can go. To find out more information about the Mackenzie Noel Wilson Foundation, visit caregivegrow.org.